Oh, defects, defects, defects. The Ultimate Fallout 4 variant takes another big hit, and we're going to chat about it. Coming up. What is up, defects? Matty Forge here, solo video. Just want to do a quick follow-up video on the continued decline of the Miles Morales first appearance, Ultimate Fallout 4, Djurjevic variant. That book has just fallen from grace, right? We started off at 43,000 in 2022. The last time we did this video a few weeks back, we were at 16,500. And that video, if you want to watch the breakdown of the whole rise and fall of this book, click on the pop-up above and that'll be the breakdown. But I wanted to give a quick update. Over the weekend, me and Jay were doing some market research and we came across a sale on eBay. It was an auction that was ending on a Saturday, okay? And that auction started at $14,999.99. The seller on eBay, I'll put it up on the screen in a moment. The seller on eBay did have some good feedback, so it wasn't like a brand new seller. This book was, like I said, was up for auction ending on Saturday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. And guys, this book did not get a bid. It ended without a bid amazingly. I was shocked. We were watching it all day to see if it would get bids, and it didn't. If you remember in last video, I said that there would be two auctions ending in November, one on Heritage Auction and one on Comic Link. And I thought the average price would be around $15,300. Well, somebody snuck in an eBay auction and it didn't get a bid. We were shocked, to say the least. What kind of made me start looking at this was I was looking to see where the auctions that we had talked about last month, Comic Link and Heritage Auction, where they were currently. So I went over to Comic Link, and I'll show it on screen right now. I went over to Comic Link. I found that book. It is up currently for $5,500. There is 10 days left. So there's plenty of time. There's been 32 bids on that. Still a little low, obviously, but there's some time left. So not a ton to read into there, but it got me thinking about eBay, and that's when I came across the listing. Okay. Also, a quick update was the link, the Heritage auction that was going to happen was taken down. They decided to not go through the sale. Who knows why? We could speculate that maybe it's because of the current price point on that book. All right. Quick side note on the Comic Link auction that I have up on the screen right now. This book was bought back on eBay. I believe it was eBay. I'll double check that for you guys and I'll put it on the screen. In September 14th, and you can see on the screen right now the highlighted certificate number, $20,400. And then you could see the picture below. I blew up the Comic Link label, same certificate number. So this person that bought this book in September, I'm guessing they saw what's happening and they said, let me cut my losses, and they're trying to get out as fast as possible. I could be completely wrong. Obviously, again, this is just speculation at this point, but that's what it kind of seems like. So I hope for the seller that he gets his or her money back. It doesn't seem likely based on what we just saw last month, the 16,500, and then an eBay sale that went without a bid. Unreal. I was very, very shocked. Speaking of the eBay auction, I put it up on the screen in a second. What happened was the seller restarted the auction, okay? And I believe at first started at 10,000 or 9,999. I went back later on and they restarted at 1 cent, basically at zero. Obviously, since then, it's received to the point of, I took the screenshot, as you can see on the screen, 17 bids, and it's up to $7,100. Clearly, this buyer maybe didn't get any bites right away at the 10,000 mark, or maybe he just said, you know what, I'm gonna put it in the comic god's hands and see what happens. But this is interesting. I mean, again, if you want to see the breakdown of this video, go back on the channel. I put the pop-up earlier in the video. But what we're seeing is a quick correction on this book. You know, the rest of the market has been correcting over the past, 6 to 8 months. This book has quickly corrected or is in the middle of correcting just over the past three to four. So this is pretty amazing. It had to happen. A lot of people thought it would never happen. I think the majority of people realized it would. We just didn't know where it would settle. Last time, the comments section of this video was hot. People were happy to see this. People were, some people were assuming that this was a sign of a good thing, because now maybe the whole market could kind of level off and then start to slowly rise again, which we know at some point it will. These things are ebbs and flows. There's peaks and valleys. You can never stay hot too long, and you can never stay low too long. It just doesn't happen. So again, put in the comments right now, where do you think the eBay auction will wind up? It is currently at 7,100. Where do you think the Comic Link auction will end up? That is currently a little over 5,000. Let me go back and just double check. That is at 5,400. The next bid is 5,500. I think I said 5,500 earlier, but it's currently at 5,400. Let me know where you guys think these two will end up. My last guess at 15.3, I think is going to be wrong. I do believe, the eBay one, I don't know which one's going to go for more, but again, I'm going to lower my number now. I'm going to be somewhere in the $12,000 to $13,000 range. So this is going to be really interesting to see what happens with this book.
Looking to clean and press your books before submission? Well, look no further than the best in the business, Erod 212 with Express Comic Book Pressing Service. Defects 10 gets you 10% off. Erod will submit your books to CGC and CBCS and pass along his discount. Hit him up on Instagram or email expresscbp@yahoo.com.
So I know you guys have been digging these market videos, so we're going to try to do them a little more often. Obviously, this book is very specific because it's a market. This is one of those, I don't know if it's a market in there. Clearly it's not, because it didn't follow the market, but this is a book that everyone wants to know what's happening with because of the inflated prices that we saw this book go to. And I think most collectors did not believe that it belonged at that price. And clearly we're starting to see that the market did agree. So again, put in the comments where you think this book will end up on the eBay auction, on the Comic Link auction. And then again, there's another Heritage auction that is going to start in December. So it's going to be very interesting to see where we go. We will follow this along for the next couple months because I think it's a fun little exercise and you guys have been liking it so far. So we're going to continue to do that. So I'm going to wrap up the video today. But before you get out of here, guys, you know that supporting us is huge, and the best way to do that is to hit the thumbs up down below and to comment, of course. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. If you are already subbed up, hit the notification bell. This way you know when we're putting out that new content. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And guys, stay tuned. Over the next few weeks, there will be a very big announcement. Not necessarily for this channel, but for me and the Butcher. We have something that you guys, we want to share with you guys. So stay tuned to that. It's something that you guys have kind of been asking for over this past year. So I'm very happy when we can tell you that information. We'll be very happy because I think it's something that we're excited about. We believe that you guys will be excited about as well. And guys, December 2nd, let me make sure I get my date right. The first Friday in December, that's the 1st. We have an enormous Defective Collective over on Gary's Whatnot channel. It's going to be me, Gary, and Davis Ryder. There is monster books going up. There is a raw high-grade Batman Adventures 12. There is a first Poison Ivy. There is a first Rhino. There is going to be giveaways all night. There is going to be deals in the buy it now, a specific deal section. That is one that you want to bookmark. I will link that down below in the description. So if you're following us over there and whatnot, that's great. If not, make sure you're at least following and bookmarking that stream, because this is one for the books. This is the big last sale of the year. All right, Defects. I took up enough of your time today. We appreciate you all. Until the next market video. Later, Defects.